Gentlemen, Antonio here. 10 things your father should have taught you about style. Now, I get messages all the time. Men who are telling me, Antonio, I grew up without a dad. Thank you so much for your videos. You've taught me all the things my father should have taught me about style. And when I get those, I feel good, but I also feel a little bit sad because the truth of the matter is I grew up without my father around and no one was teaching me any of this stuff. I had a stepdad who came into our life, but he really didn't take a role teaching me these things, which I feel all men need to know. So I don't think I set out with Real Men, Real Style to fill this role, but I found that I have. And so for those of you guys out there that grew up without fathers, for those of you that are raising sons, hopefully you can see these tips and you can use them and you can take this information and pass this on to your son. Now that I have an 11-year-old son, it's something, and 3 younger daughters as well, I can give them this information. And it's not just for sons, as I alluded to. It can be used, with all of your kids, or if you are in a mentoring position. You're a man perhaps at work and you've got a number of younger colleagues under you who need help. Maybe you can find a way to take this information and pass it on to them. All right, guys, let's get into the points. Tip number 1, your presentation speaks before you do. Guys, it doesn't matter if you've got that fancy degree in your back pocket or if you are the smartest guy there in the room. If you don't present yourself as such, when you meet people for the first time, they are going to make a split-second decision. In their mind, they have an idea of what a successful mechanic looks like, of what a successful consultant looks like, of what a doctor looks like. What does a doctor look like? He's got the white jacket on. Here in the United States, if you betray that expectation, you're fighting an uphill battle trying to convince this person that their first impression of you is wrong. Don't put yourself in that position, gentlemen. Understand that appearances matter. And when you do that, when you start paying attention, you dress your best. You dress in the manner that you want to. You don't want to betray their expectations. You want to live up to what they believe. All of a sudden, you're going to find opportunity is going to open. It's going to just open up to you. All right, guys. So point number 2, style is about confidence. So one thing I've learned over the last decade, working with men to improve their style, to help them dress better, is there isn't one style that works for any man. And I find that it's the men who feel good about themselves, and confidence comes from within. Confidence comes from you knowing about yourself, your capabilities, and what you can do, and not worrying about what the rest of the world is telling you. You can rock any style if you have the confidence, if you know where you come from, if you understand your history. You can wear, a flower in your lapel. You can wear a pocket square and feel great about it, and you're going to be able to wear it with confidence. Tip number 3, buy the best you can afford, take care of it, and pass it on. So some of you are very fortunate. I would love to hear down in the comments of an heirloom piece that perhaps you want to pass to your son, you want to pass to someone in your family, or you've received. Watches oftentimes, leather luggage, you'll see furniture, other items like that, which can stand up to the test of time. Guys, I love it whenever you see that in a family, and don't feel, many of us don't have that. Well, guess what? You can start that, and you can start to apply those concepts whenever you're out there making a purchase. Yeah, you could maybe get that one item today. But maybe to get the one that you really want, the heirloom piece, you're going to have to save up for a year. You're going to have to save up for 2 years. But when you get it, you're going to feel great, and you're going to have something that is going to be able to be passed on. Tip number 4, own a suit and make sure it fits you properly. Now, I know some of you guys are going to say, Antonio, I will rarely, if ever, wear a suit. Why do I need to own one? Because the times you need to wear a suit, you want to look like $1 million. You want to feel like $1 million. We're talking your wedding. We're talking a friend's wedding. We're talking your little girl's first communion. We're talking when somebody important in your life dies and you're a pallbearer. You don't want to be scrambling. And, to be able to get the clothing together. You want to have that in your wardrobe, be able to pull it out, put it on, and get to work. And if it's a funeral, you don't want to have to be spending time when you should be grieving, when you should be supporting others, trying to find that suit so that you can actually participate in that funeral. Guys, make sure it's there, it's ready. Try it on, make sure it fits, and have it there when you need it. Tip number 5, know how to tie a tie. Okay, guys, I'm going to link you right over here to an infographic, 18 ways to tie a tie. Bookmark it, save it, keep it, download it on a computer, whatever. Whenever you need this information, you want to have it handy because it's going to be at that point when you need that suit, when you need to look sharp, and you want to know how to do this. Tip number 6, shave with technique. What do I mean by this? Guys, men have been shaving for thousands of years. Don't think that you are just going to instantly pick up everything. Be a little bit humble and study what your grandfather, what your great-great-grandfather, what the men before you have done and what they've learned as they've had to shave their faces. There's a variety of razors, and there is not one perfect technique. You may have, different types of hair, different type of skin types, different types of razors. You want to go out there and study straight razors. Look at electric razors. Look at safety razors. So many options. And if you're a father, take the time to teach your son how to shave with a safety razor. All of a sudden, his technique has to improve. He has to understand grain and everything that goes with it. Now, guys, I've got a video right here, 7 shaving secrets. I go into a lot more detail. Go check that out. Tip number 7, polish your shoes. So by this, I mean take care of your shoes. Now, you may have dress shoes, and these are Paul Evans Whole Cuts. Great shoes. I love them. And polishing them, they look great. And, I don't expose them to too many harsh elements. However, J.L. Rocha just got these boots in. I love them, and he makes these great dress boots. Now, the issue with this is I like to wear boots, and I've got another pair on of a different color. I've had these now for well over a year. I love them, but I understand here in Wisconsin, I get water, I get salt, we get snow, we get sleet, we get all types of stuff. I've gotten these boots wet multiple times. By polishing them, by cleaning them, by conditioning and nourishing the leather, I can make sure that these boots last 10 years to 15 years, not just 2 seasons. When it comes down to it, you want to take care of your footwear because it's going to save you money. Tip number 8, wash, iron, and maintain your clothing. So I know many of you guys are going to say, oh, Antonio, that's a woman's job. And that's a bunch of BS, because this is about you being independent and being able to do things on your own. Because if you can't wash your laundry, if you are destroying your own clothing because you're too proud to take care of it properly, then come on, who does that? And who has that mentality? Guys, ironing your clothing, knowing how to press it. It was something I picked up, actually, my best ironing skills in the Marine Corps, because we always had to take care of our uniforms. And when you can all of a sudden sew on a button, when you can take care and make minor repairs on your clothing, you're not only going to take, your clothing isn't only going to last longer, it's actually going to save you money. Tip number 9, pay attention to the details. So whenever we're going to a dance competition, we actually have a checklist of things that we're taking. My son is actually responsible for building out this checklist, for making sure everything is packed the night before. When we're at the competition, I inspect both of my kids, make sure everything is in place. They both feel good, because when we've paid attention to all those small details, they feel great. They can focus in on their performance, and they don't worry about their hair. They don't worry about, is that, tie perfectly attached? Are their shoes tied properly so they're not going to have laces going all over the place? Those small details matter. So take a step back. Where can you improve your style? Where can you improve your life if you start to just pay attention to those small details? Gentlemen, life is nothing more than all of the details brought together. Pay attention to them. Tip number 10, lead by example. Gentlemen, if any of you guys have kids, you understand what I'm saying here, but they don't always listen to what you say, but they watch what you do. Gentlemen, this is very important. Doesn't matter if you don't have kids, because there is somebody in your life that's watching you, a little brother. Maybe at work, you are someone that other people look up to. Realize that people are looking up to you. Be the man that they believe you are, that you know yourself to be, and don't be afraid to be the best dressed man in the room, to be the guy that goes out there and sets the tone. All right, guys, that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and go check out the support article. I go into more details over there. Take care, guys. I'll see you in the next video.